Hello gamers! I don't want this one. Let's do this one. The Sug is live. Hello. Today we are going to continue. I did the thing I was supposed to do, so I'm gonna continue looking through the My Joseph Darling official fanbook. Alright, so this is where we ended. Alright. Believe it or not, I can get things done. Right. So this is I don't want to bore you guys with a bunch of words. I'm gonna be real. So I'll just like I'll pick out some parts and I guess read them. Let me see. What? Speaking of Wakana, I can't read. Speaking of Wakana, what went into his designs? I worked on Wakana's and Marine's designs at the same time since I wanted to see how they complement each other when standing side by side. I started with those two before moving on to the other characters. I made Wakana look relatively normal so that he wouldn't seem too spineless. Spineless? What the frig? Well, he's cute. I like him. What about the Inuit sister? Sajuna has a stern face, so there's a risk that she come across as harsh. However, that just goes to show how serious she is about cosplay. While she does have a lot of intense facial expressions, I tried to make her look mature for her age so that she wouldn't seem too mean. Since they're sisters, I chose Shiju's facial structure and expressions based on how they complemented Sajuna's. She's also meant to be an awkward middle schooler, so her skirt length and her upright silhouette were designed to be a bit gauche. Martin and Sajuna's silhouettes are designed to look cool because they're used to being photographed. Conversely, Shinju hasn't been photographed much and it shows in the way she's carried herself. Wakana's grandpa Kaoru is just as spry and lively in the anime, isn't he? I gave him an air of kindness to make it obvious that he really dotes on Wakana. His silhouette is more rounded and he's drawn in a way that tells the viewers he's a sweet old man. But he's a skilled craftsman as well, so some of his expressions reflect that side of him. I like that. That's a very nice way to do things. The lisp is great. I'm just talking. God damn it, guys, my nail came off. Now I'm gonna have to use my other finger. Alright. Seeing as Marine cosplays all sorts of characters, what did you do to visually distinguish those characters from her regular self? Their base is always Marine, but their silhouettes change depending on the costume, and their expressions are affected by how much her eyes and brows are modified by makeup. To create a gap between Marine and her personas, I drew each outfit as if it were an independent character. Shizuka's expressions are the furthest from Marion, so her design had to be the biggest changes. Marion's eyelashes curl up and sit on top of her eyelids, while Shizuka's do the opposite and hang over her eyelids. Shizuka's eyebrows also droop down, and her overall eye shape is substantially different from Marion's. What about Black Lobelia and Liz? As with Shizuku, I used Black Lobelia's eyes to project her character. Since her hair is silver, it makes up for the fact that her costume conveys less information than the others. In addition, the corset gives her a slim waist, and the high heels give her a tall height, so her silhouette looks quite different from Marion's. Meanwhile, Liz is the character who's closest to Marion, but the only instances where Marion truly embodies Liz are captured in the photos taken by Wakana, so we use the most Liz-like faces from the manga for those. In the rest of the scenes, Liz looks and acts similar to Marion, so we just gave her the types of expressions Marion usually makes. This is very true. Kid named Finger. True, Liz and Marion are very both open. Liz and Marion are both very open about their feelings. You mentioned working with Miss Nishihara to design Marions cosplays and clothes. Could you tell us more about that process? Miss Nishihara, I guess she's like the mangaka, I think. I don't know. Oh, no, she's the costume designer. Okay, I see. Alright. Bye bye. Thank you for joining. The details of Marian's costumes. Let's talk about all the cosplay outfits you designed. The concept sketches are printed in this book starting on page 20, and the details are stunning. Yes, every design was a lot of work. Laughs. I guess that's... yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, bro. I had to make it feel like it was designed by an amateur, so it couldn't be the one that... let's go in order of appearance, then starting with the Shizuku costume Marian makes. I had to make it feel like it was designed by an amateur, so it couldn't be too pretty. As I worked on the design, I was thinking the fabric she'd used probably isn't very high quality. The cloth should hang limply with no tension. I tried to recreate the effect from the manga, but it was hard. How about the Shizuku costume Wakana makes? I borrowed an actual cosplay costume to use as a reference for that design. It's packed with features that are difficult to animate, like the sheer amount of lace and frills, plus the intricate patterns on the stockings. However, that Shizuku costume is one of the most important and recognizable outfits in the series, so the director told me, I know it's a pain, but let's do this with everything we got. Since the design is so detail-heavy, we could have kept its movements to a minimum, but in the finished episode, mine spins and runs and hops around, which startled me. Yeah. That scene at the cosplay event stole the Jessup Darling fans' hearts. I could feel how much effort the production staff put into that scene. I think they wanted to live up to the expectations of the manga's fans. Speaking of which, Marian's loungewear in episode 7 is really cute. There was quite a bit of discussion on what to do for the pattern on that. Animating the manga art would have been tough, so we talked about making the design plain, but then the feel of the botanical pattern would have been lost. Therefore, I adjusted the size of the pattern in a way that would preserve its intent. I made the hoodie she wears on top kind of baggy so that it would look cute on a girl her size, but short enough that her shorts could peek out below the hem. As I designed it, I looked at the manga and tried to capture the little things that Fukuda-sensei had thought about. The other casual clothes that make an impact are the ones Wakana tries on while shopping in Shibuya. He doesn't usually wear Western clothing, so they're novel in that sense as well. I tried to work remotely as a rule, but when I needed to settle on colors, I went to the studio and coordinated them in person with Mai Yamaguchi, the color designer. Through trial and error, alongside the director and Miss Yamaguchi, I figured out what colors to use on Wakana's t-shirts to make them look exquisitely tacky as possible on him. When we chose color, it was funny how our opinions would initially be all over the place, but by the end we'd collectively go, this is it. Yeah, you look so sad in this, like... She's so cute. I still can't put together like a decent piece of clothing with my sewing machine, but I can make bags. Learning a new hobby is especially fun, and well, I guess, sorry. I I guess it isn't a new hobby because I've been like, I got a sewing machine when I was like 13, but I have really enjoyed picking it up as of recent, and I had to get a new sewing machine because mine got fucked up. And my new one is a lot nicer than my old one, thankfully. But geez, it was scary because I was without a sewing machine and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I spent so much money. Darn it, my nail popped off. Well, that's okay. I hastily glued them on for the stream. Anyways. I don't want to hurt my book. Anyways, I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying picking it up and learning how to make different things with my sewing machine. Oh, Noah is so cute. Here are her classmates, though we do get to learn more about them later in the anime, which is very exciting. But what we know from season 1 is that she's often seen sucking on candy. Her black pigtails with eye-catching red underlights are her trademark. She sometimes follows Marion to her modeling job at the salon, where she once saw Marion shoot down a guy who tried to hit on her. Yeah, he was an asshole. Fuck her. A girl with light brown hair and a flipped-out bob. She says she doesn't get otaku topics, but agrees with Marion that you shouldn't make fun of people's interests. When Marion talks to Wakana at school, Daya playfully warns her, don't mess with the poor guy. And then Renee. Her wavy hair makes her stand out. She tends to hang around Noah and Daya. Upon hearing about the salon incident from Noah, she tells Marion, when people talk to you, you're always cold, which suggests they spend a lot of time together. Very cute. And it's got some cute Marion poses. Oh, she's so cute when she holds that up. Oh. Yeah, I know she loves that game. She loves that game. And then the measurement scenes. A boobs. Breast. Then this was like such a cute moment of Sakuga in the anime. And then, oh, this was so cute. Oh, and he was feeling so insecure, but then she was like, hey, I like you and I want to be your friend, asshole. And she also, money. She low-key a freak to him, but low-key. Such a cute face right there. And that was so cute. Yeah. I would love to go to Shibuya Sunday. In episode 12, they attend a fireworks show at a shrine. Marion goes the whole 9 yards, getting her hair styled and a yukata fitted. Under the beautiful sparks, they savor the sight in each other's company. Now that Marion and Wakana have all the materials, they can relax a bit. Or so they think. Well, Wakana's grandfather, Kaoru, injures his back and ends up in the hospital. This incident leaves Wakana scrambling, and Marion has little opportunity to talk to him. Even after their midterms, he just bolts straight home, causing a rift to form between them. As Marion continues to worry, she gets a text from Wakana saying, "Finished it. It is done." And then she sees the cosplay. It's so cute, and he did a good job. She's so thankful. Oh, they're so cute. Very happy smile. Okay, the ill girl look. Shizuka's ill girl look makes her seem fragile and vulnerable. One of its key features is eyes that appear to be red from crying. Using red eyeshadow to bracket the outer corners of your eyes, then outline the tear pouches for emphasis, and you'll instantly achieve the look. Droopy eyes. Downturned eyes are another component of Shizuka's look. In addition to using eye tape to change the shape of your eyelids, you can use false eyelashes that are longer in the outer corners to make your eyes droop. Mine was lashes that Wakana had bought as a reference for his dolls. I like to use lashes that are like single clusters of lashes, so they have like 5 different pieces of like fake lash or whatever, and they're all like super tiny, and then I just glue them along my eye so that way it fits my eye better instead of like having to bend around the eye. She was so happy. Why is there a mark on the book right here? Why was there a mark on the book? Why was there a mark on the book? Why? Why was there a mark on the book? And then of course she had that shit tailored to her boobs. And she's so cute in this one. Sweaty. It feels so good that she starts to mow. She's so cute. Happy smile. Oh, and then she realizes she loves him so much, but they love each other. She's cute on the train. She's so cute in this one. This is so cute. Kawaii. The famous cosplayer Juju-sama stops by Wakana's house. Marin spends the evening delirious with joy over the fact that she saw that someone she worshipped saw her cosplay. That's how I felt when Mint saw my made Mint cosplay. I literally like flipped the fuck out. I was like, oh my god, she saw it. I wonder how she felt about it. I wonder what she thought. Maybe I don't want to know. I don't know. Hopefully she was like, wow, it's so cute. If anything else, I object. But she's so cute. And then this is like the one with like Neon, Black Lobelia, and Princess Lily and stuff. That was really fun because they did like a completely different animation style for it. That's vintage anime inspired. Aw, she's so cute. Me screaming at my bitch wife to make me a cheeseburger. Me when the Foyd makes me a cheeseburger. Omurice. Yeah, omurice is difficult, but fried rice is really good. I think it's pretty good. Marin's room. Marin beckons Wakana to go to her room to watch Blaze on DVD. He's nervous to go in, but the decorations make those nerves vanish instantly. Let's take a closer look. The posters and tapestries covering the walls make Marin's taste clear to glance. This dense array of figures indicates all the major characters from with the Tsukio no company. A Shizuku body pillow. If she's sleeping with her fae, what keeps Marin healthy? Oh, I need a body pillow so bad, guys. Maybe that will keep me healthy. I have lupus, maybe sleeping with a body pillow will make my lupus go away. Think about that. Going to the beach. Burger. So cute. Hmm. She has like the off-duty model look. That one. And then the beach trip. And all the like little patterns in this and stuff are so cute. Alright, hopefully this lighting is a little better. Aww. She's got some seaweed. Yeah. There's a photo of me holding like 2 giant globs of seaweed one time when I went to the beach, and I was just like, wow. Wait, it's like literally that. And then there's Shinju's camera lessons. Single lens reflex camera, bokeh effects. I use my phone, unfortunately. I don't have a camera, but I think the digicam photos are really cool, so I would like to explore that someday for cosplay. Maybe for cosplaying like characters from older anime. I don't know. There we go. She's got like a little swimsuit bottoms. She's so cute. That's a cute face too. Hold on. That one. She's so cute. She's so cute. An eyeful of healthy, bouncy underboob just gives you life. That's why it's so great. I agree. I agree. Whenever I get to see underboob, it's like a beautiful treat. Aw, that's so cute. When I do, I can send you pics if you want. She's so cute. Aw. Alright. This is a... Slippery Girls 2 is a sequel to a popular shoujo game. It's a point-and-click adventure that lets you experience an unconventional student life. Due to reasons, the protagonist starts attending an all-girls school, where he meets characters and either becomes their sex slave or makes them his. At first glance, the erotic elements are its most striking feature, but it's a well-known title with emotional twists and an even upcoming anime. Okay, epic. Amazing. Marine's favorite is Shizuku-tan. Marine's favorite character is Shizuku Kuroi, a voluptuous raven-haired beauty who's one of the protagonist's sex slaves. There are a lot of young ladies besides Shizuku in Slippery Girls 2. Find your type and make her your sex slave. What the fuck? I mean, I knew this was in it, but like... Nah, this is pretty uncensored actually, bro. This is a classic teen story about entering St. Slippery's Academy for Girls, where boys aren't allowed, and enjoying school life as a member of the Humiliation Club. Slippery Girls is a pure love story about turning the heroines into sex slaves for love. It's even safe for people who aren't fans of graphic content, maybe. Jesus Christ. Okay. Alright. Got another one. Killing Gigs. Killing Gigs is a fighting game that was released during Mine's first year of middle school. It went viral for 2 reasons. Its dark setting where denizens of society's underworld are forced to fight one another, and its deprived characters who also all have dangerous backgrounds like hitman or crooked cop. People still do cosplays from it at events, and its popularity has stood the test of time. All Veronica wears are shorts, a bandeau top, a collar, and restraints. It's an outfit that shows a ton of skin. Marion is mesmerized by Veronica's healthy underboobs. She's cool. And then I, a super popular high school light novelist, am being harassed by a succubus every night and it's a big problem. The bite-sized manga Succubus depicts the daily lives of Liz and Kaname. It inspires Marin and Wakana's unforgettable photo shoot at the Love Hotel in episode 11. I, a super popular high school light novelist, am being harassed by a succubus every night, and it's a big problem. Succubus for short is a 4-panel gag manga by Connie Miso about the easygoing routine of Kaname, a popular high school light novelist, and Liz, a succubus. Kaname goes to school during the day and stays up late writing, while Liz tries to get him to sleep at night so she can steal his life energy. Readers say the pair's funny exchanges and Liz's many attempts to get Kaname to sleep using lullabies, hypnotism, specialty pills, and more make them feel all warm and fuzzy. From Marin, the highlight of Succubus is its cute heroine, Liz Kyun. Her half-up pigtails, her tomboyish manner of speak, her heroic struggle to get Kaname to sleep. Marin seems to love everything about her. It's just so cute. Everyone's sluggish streaming right now, yeah. That's a cute face. Alright. The little mangas. Hey, go to bed already! It's 3 in the morning! I know, I'll sing a lullaby so you'll get sleepy. Lullaby and good night. Go to sleep, little. And then she herself goes to sleep. He's still on his pewter. Very silly, very, haha. Very cute. Oh, and then when they go to the Love Hotel. Oh, that's so cute. She's so adorable in that. Hmm. And then they were freaky as hell about it. Props. Succubus is set in modern times, so most of its props can be bought at ordinary shops. The 5-yen coin, the eye mask, the chocolate bar, and the energy drink. These items from Kaname and Liz's interactions help broaden the scope of the photos. Makeup. Marin and Wakana do everything they can to replace Liz's features. Replicate Liz's features. Marin's eyeliner is drawn thick and winged out at the bottom corners. They use red eyeshadow on Marin's brows to match the color of the wig, then apply fake lashes with the cluster effect. Finally, Marin puts on fake teeth and pointed ears. Since Succubus' art is relatively simple, the details of the clothing aren't clear, but Wakana doesn't give up. He reads the manga thoroughly and faces Liz head-on. The resulting costume stays true to Succubus' themes by emphasizing cuteness over sexiness. The heart-shaped collar is super cute. Marin lets out an unintended gasp as Wakana grabs her waist. Aww. And then this is when they want to go to the festival together. And then that's the end. But not actually. Not actually, though. Aww. The best fireworks in Japan. And then this is like, I guess, sorry, you guys can't see very well, a peek into Marin's closet. And then it has like her loungewear, monochrome outfit, checkered shirt, all those fits. Very cute. Oh, and then you get to hear about the voice actor. A lot of words. Okay, Miss Sugata, can you tell us what you find appealing about Marin? My first impression of her was that she's the most straightforward girl I've ever seen. That line she has in episode 1, when you feel things, you owe it to yourself to tell people, seems like a no-brainer, but it's hard to say it as plainly as mine does. She's really cool for being able to do that. Because she's so frank, you'll assume she'll make a move on Gojo-kun the moment she falls for him. But it's cute how she doesn't. I get the feeling mine simply enjoys being in love, and the fact that someone so mature for her age still has a bit of childish innocence left is so adorable. At this point, I keep thinking, when are you gonna tell him you like him, Like I'm her mom. Mine has a cool side and a cute side. She's a trendy fashionista on the outside, but a hardcore otaku on the inside, and that contrast is what makes her appealing. Mine is always saying whatever comes to mind, so our thought process might be kind of similar. However, I can also relate to the way Gojo-kun worries about whether it's okay for him to say certain things. That's why part of me admires how Mine has both a strong sense of identity and the power to communicate that to others. And then there's her proactiveness and her cute fashion sense. I've always adored the gyaru aesthetic, but never quite committed to it, so I admire her for that. And I guess the voice actor got to wear one. And then the story editing and scripts interview. And then, the story within a story that the staff kept expanding. For the story within a story of Flower Princess Blaze, I heard you spoke with Shinichi Fukuda sensei, the creator of the original manga, about the setting and the characters before you wrote the dialogue. What sort of background information were you given, and how did you expand on it? I asked for a rundown of the lore and received a lot of background information on Neon and Shion, the characters Marin and Sajuna cosplay. Then I came up with various scenes that seemed plausible for the Blaze anime and wrote the scripts for them. I was having so much fun that director Shinohara called me out for being too lively. The scripts were technically complete after Fukuda sensei had checked on them, but the storyboarders, episode directors, and animators took them to the next level. The sound design and casting were incredible too. As the one who wrote the scripts, I was immensely happy to watch them expand and evolve. I had a great time watching them unfold on the TV as well. It's very cute. And then the director. This anime saw Hina Sugata, Mine's voice actress, in her first ever lead role. What was your impression of her during the auditions? Since Mine is constantly talking in the series, I thought it'd be best to cast someone who didn't act in a stereotypical way. I wanted someone who could keep things real, but more importantly, I wanted Mine's voice to have punch. Under those criteria, Miss Sugata was the most qualified of all the candidates. She was a perfect fit for Mine as far as the rest of the staff was concerned, and her energetic manner of speech just seemed right, so I gladly gave her the role. That's very cute. That's awesome. Oh, that's the end. No, it's not. Ooh, what kind of... Oh, that's cute. Oh. And then, of course, there's gonna be a season 2 because there was a season 2. That's cute. She has her little Gojo. Aww. And then there was Fukuda. And then, of course, the ending is adorable and iconic. They're so cute. And then that's it. That's the whole book. Oh, let's look at the back. There we go. Aww, so cute. Very cute. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm so glad that we got to finish it up. I will see you all next time in the next stream, hopefully sometime real soon.